The First Date by Cracked Inkwell. Part 2. 6 o'clock. Octave took Record to one of Cantlot's cafes, Il Foco della Cucina, or as it's known in equestrian, the Burning Kitchen, because he knew that it's the only in the city that serves authentic Italian pizza for a few bits per slice. The only downside is that ponies are offered only a very limited menu from these 2-bit slices. Nevertheless, they were getting fed, and Octave knew that Record loved cheese pizza.
Wow, dude,
the white unicorn said after swallowing a bite.
I wish I'd known this place sooner. This has to be the best pizza I've ever had. And it's not too far from my house.
Octave nodded.
My family usually comes here for craving anything Italian. The pasta is all right, and the desserts are good too, but the pizza is what really stands out. Amen to that.
Record cocked his head back and dropped the remainder of the crust into his mouth. Octave, meanwhile, picked up his glass of soda, only staring at the warped reflections off of the glass. It wasn't until Record snapped him out of his thoughts that Cellist looked up.
Pardon? I said, what are you thinking? You zoned out for a moment there. Oh.
Octave blushed in embarrassment.
Sorry, I was just thinking. About? Perhaps it's just me, but don't you think that... I don't know how to say this. This all seems rather forced. Forced? I mean, think about it. Not less than an hour ago, I found out that my family has found out that I'm... You know. Not to mention that I'm having my first date with you. I'm trying my best to think that I haven't fallen asleep.
Record laughed.
I can tell you, buddy, you're awake and this is happening. Yes, but the way they're making us go out, it just seems rather unexpected to me. Huh? How come?
Octave rubbed a hoof over his other foreleg.
To be honest, I wasn't planning on coming out to them myself, or you for that matter. You just lost me. What I mean is that up until recently, I knew that all of you would find out sooner or later about me, but I just didn't think it'll be this soon. What, do you mean that you plan to say something later? Something like that. When? I mean, if you weren't planning on telling us now, tomorrow, next week, next month, or next year, when? Look, what happened doesn't matter. I mean, your family is overjoyed that you're going out with an awesome pony like me, right? I suppose so. Record, what?
Octave began to say before he was interrupted by the waitress arriving at the table and placing down the bill.
Well, is everything all right?
The mare questioned. The young stallion told her that it was and paid her the correct amount. As the two began to leave, Octave spoke up before Record could, ironically enough, the same question the DJ had been about to ask.
Huh? Oh, that's right. Record, please be honest with me when I ask this, but what do you think of me, really? What do you mean? I mean, how do you see me as? Do you see me as your friend? Brother? Or what?
Record thought for a moment before replying.
To be honest, before your dad sent me that letter, I've always saw you as my best friend. He's kind of like the uptight brother I never had, as happy as it sounds. I'm not uptight. Dude. Really? You play the cello, listen to nothing except by the classical music and movie scores, which I still consider to be classical music. Right there, you just showed how opinionated you are. That you tend to want to have things your own way. I mean, you're practically an aristocrat without actually being one, but honestly, I kinda envy you. What? You envy me? Whatever for? Brony, are you really that blind to how lucky you really are? Your dad conducts some fancy orchestra, your mum was practically born lucky, your family's pretty well off despite not having any servants, you live in one of the richest streets in Canterlot, and you play in something that I really suck at. I mean, dude, what you do with that cello is good. Really good, so I won't be surprised if you end up playing in large concert halls and all that. Octi, you have a future. Meanwhile, I'm just some pony who lives with a family that's always tight on money. Look, I know that I might be somewhat popular at school, but I know that once I get out of there, I'll be forgotten by every pony. Record, do you honestly think like that? How could the pony I envy so much say anything like what you've just said? Hold on a second. You envy me? What do you think? I mean, for Solaris' sake, you're the very embodiment of everything I ever wanted to be. You're outgoing, you're fun to be around, you have the courage to challenge authority when you need to. You're certainly braver than I could ever be. So what that your family isn't as rich as mine, Record? You have a computer on which you create music, although I do question your tastes. But unlike you, I don't have the imagination to create music like you do. I'm just someone who just plays out whatever is written, and you know how terrible I am at improvising. I don't know what you do with your buttons and turntable, but you can create a song on the spot that everyone seems to like. How could I not envy you?
When Octa's rant was over, he turned to his friend. Record's mouth was hanging open slightly, and he took off his shades, staring at the cellist with wide eyes.
Whoa, that's what you really think of me? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't let my feelings get the better of me. Dude, it's okay. You were being honest with me. So I guess when you're in the closet for so long you tend to bottle everything up, right? Look, from here on out, whatever you feel, don't be afraid to tell me. Besides, we're on a date after all, and from experience, the best ones I've ever been on are the ones where the other pony's being open. Oh, well, all right. So, we've eaten dinner. What do you want to do now? I don't know. I thought you knew. Well, I was rather shoved in the spot in this whole date thing. Do you want to see a movie? Like what? There's nothing good playing now. What's this place?
Octave looked up to see what Record was staring at. The sign that hung from the side of the building was of a silky black cat with a saxophone. Next to it were the words, "The Singing Cat." Just 2 stallions could hear jazz music oozing out from its stylized double doors.
I don't know. I've never been in there before. Why don't we go in? But we don't know what this place is. All the more reason to check it out. You coming?
Octave paused. He'd been told since he was a little colt that he should always stick to places he knew. This place was something he was completely unfamiliar with. But looking at Record, he could see that he seemed ready to jump into the unknown, with nothing but a cocky smile to invite him in.
I'm coming.
Octave said, and with that, the two of them stepped into the singing cat.